Hola Portugal lovers, hola Portuguese food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video. I'm in central Portugal, it's a hot day and I'm going to go into the restaurant that I have behind me here and sample some of the local cuisine. We came here last year, the food was fantastic, so I'm back again to see if they're still serving fantastic Portuguese cuisine at a decent price. So without further ado, let's go inside, sit down and get stuck into the meal, shall we? And we'll see if the food here is still good. Let's go. Now, those of you that have been following my videos for a while will know that I've been to this place before, and the reason we're back is because this was one of the best food experiences in Portugal that I have had in the years that I have been coming here, and believe me, I've been coming here for a while now. Family-run restaurant, good service, good food, good drink. What more do you want? And another thing I like about the restaurants here in Portugal is they're not too noisy. There's a lot of people here. There's a big table of 10 people over there. We've got 2 over there. We've got 4 over there. Another 4 over there as well. So we're talking about 20 people in the restaurant currently. And it's not noisy. I can speak. You can hear me, which is a pro. On the table, we've got the typical bread basket. We've got the bread roll, and we've got some other bread as well. For example, some cornbread, which is what I like. We've also got some different butters on the table here as well. As you can see, we've got some cheese. Take a look at that. Some lovely Portuguese cheese. And we've also got some olives here as well, if I can get those there. Some Portuguese olives. Now, these things are not free. They're on the table. If you eat them, you'll be charged for them. If you don't eat them, you won't be charged for them. But I think I'm going to try the cheese. The drinks have arrived. Obrigado. Washing everything down today with a small beer, typical Portuguese beer, Sagres. Let's see. It's cold. Hits the spot on a warm day like today. Around 30 degrees Celsius, so not too bad. In this part of Portugal, central Portugal, inland, probably about 50 or 60 kilometres from the coast. And what I've realised is that the closer that you are to the coast nowadays in Portugal, the more difficult it is to find an authentic restaurant because tourism has really taken over in Portugal. Lisbon, all the way up to Porto, you're going to hit a lot of tourist areas, lots of tourist restaurants. And to find the authentic restaurants here in Portugal, the restaurants that tourists don't frequent as often as some other places, is difficult nowadays. But this place here, we've found one. And yeah, the food's good, the service is good, the atmosphere's good. What more do you want? So let's try the bread. A bit of bread on the table, and this Portuguese cheese. It looks to be a soft cheese. Let's get a couple of slices on my plate. Let's mix it with a little bit of bread. And cheese here in Portugal is also very, very good. A lot of people will say Spanish cheese, yeah, but Portuguese cheese is as good as Spanish cheeses, in my opinion. But again, just my opinion. So that's a smooth cheese. It's a creamy cheese, but incredibly flavoursome. And the bread in Portugal, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The bread in this country is one of the best breads that you can get, that's for sure. Look how spongy that bread is. The combination of the bread with the cheese, can't beat it. And this area here in Portugal, which is known as the Rio Maior area, also famous for its bread. As with a lot of restaurants here in Portugal, you can order a la carte, you can order plates of the day. My son's ordered the one of the plates of the day, which is a typical dish here in Portugal called porco alla lentejano. I've ordered a la carte. I've gone for cuttlefish. My partner's also ordered a la carte cod bacalhau, which in this part of the country also very, very good. It's going to be interesting to see what the main courses are like. We've also ordered a starter. So we'll have the cheese as like a type of entree, starter, then the main courses. So let's wait for the food to come out. Now let's get stuck into this first thing that has arrived. This is called bolinha de alheira. Now, alheira, people are going to say that it's not a sausage, it's something else, but it's a type of sausage, and if you look online, that's what it's going to say. It's also served with a garlic mayonnaise or alioli if you like. Let's put some of that on the plate or on top of it. And I'm expecting this to be a taste sensation. Looks like a croqueta, but it's a bolinha. So similar to a croqueta. Let's bite in, see what the flavours are like. Yeah. So we've got the smokiness of the alheira. We've got the taste of the meats coming through as well. The garlic mayonnaise adds a different flavour there as well. And also the textures of the fried breadcrumbs on the outside as well. Look at what's going on inside there. This is indeed a delightful mouthful, full of flavours, a flavour explosion in your mouth. Excellent. All right, now we're getting serious as far as the food is concerned. Soup. And here in Portugal, I've said it before, but soup is a very, very important part of the Portuguese diet. At least in this part of Portugal, I'm going to say that in the whole country, it's the same. But every restaurant that you go into, every takeaway place that you go into, it's going to have a soup available. Sometimes soup of the day, sometimes they'll have different types of soup. But soup, as I said, very, very important in the Portuguese diet. And it's good. It's creamy. It's how a lot of people are getting their vegetable intake for the day. Perfectly seasoned. This is called sopa de legumes, which is like a vegetable soup. And we've got carrot, as you can see there. We've got other types of vegetables. Peas. Not sure if you can see those there on the spoon, but we've got peas. The consistency of the soup is perfect. Perfect thickness. Perfect amount of vegetables. And surprisingly, even in summer, people are still having soup on a daily basis. And for me also, a nice vegetable soup, a lovely start to the meal. Don't worry if it's hot outside, do what the locals do and start the meal off with the soup. And when you combine your soup with this lovely Portuguese bread, let's dip it in. Look at the colours, look at the consistency of that soup. Wow. Now I'm just going to finish this soup off and wait for the main course to come out, and I'm really looking forward to it. The main courses are on the table, and check this out. Wowee. And this is what I have been waiting for. Seafood. And you might have noticed some vegetables on the side of the plate, not the usual chips that you get in Spain everywhere you go. And that's another thing that I like about Portugal, is that you get greens. Broccoli, for example, some nice potatoes, some fresh seafood. Wow. Let's get it on the plate. And also the portion sizes. Let's not forget the portion sizes here. So I'm going to put this over here. It's going to be bang smack in front of the camera so that you can feast your eyes on it throughout the meal. And the first thing I'm going to do is get some of this lovely broccoli on the plate, which has been boiled. It's also been in the pan with a bit of olive oil, a bit of garlic as well, I imagine. These potatoes, which are also perfectly cooked. And let's not forget this. Check this out. The cuttlefish. Wow. Also grilled. Now, let's remove the hard part. This part here, the cuttlefish, if you like. I think that's what it's called. And let's cut into this and see how tender it is. Let's see what the flavours are like. Tender it is, that's for sure. This is simple Portuguese cooking at its best, and this is what people want. There's not a lot of elaboration going on here. You've just got fresh ingredients chucked on the grill, bit of oil on top, bit of garlic, and away you go. Let's see. And that is absolutely delightful. Incredibly fresh. It's a little bit chewy, which is what you would expect, but nothing too serious. And the secret, as I just said, to this dish is in the simplicity. Wow. There's a hint of lemon on there as well. There's also a bit more lemon. If I can pick it up. If you want to put a little bit more on, slippery because of the oil. Let's put a little bit more of the lemon on top. Get some more flavours going on. And let's go back and try some more. And not only is this a simple dish, it's also healthy. My partner ordered a cod dish, which I'm looking at the moment. It looks absolutely spectacular. So I'm going to be trying that one too. Stay tuned. Now let's cut into these vegetables. Let's get a bit of olive oil on them as well. Let's see what they're like. Perfectly seasoned. And a welcome change to the fried chips that you get everywhere you go in Spain. The broccoli, delightful. And my second time in this restaurant, and again, it's not letting me down. Now, I'm just going to clean my plate, put this back on here, because my mouth is watering looking at that cod. So I'm going to try some of that. Now, let's get some of this on the plate. Fried cod. Let's see what the quality's like. The other two people at the table have been raving about this. And I must say that I enjoy the way the Portuguese do cod. And that is also very, very good. No vegetables with this one. It is served with chips, but they're this flat style chip. Very crunchy. And we've also got this onion, red pepper, paprika mix, which adds to the flavours of the dish. And I'm going to have to leave it there because I'm absolutely stuffed. I want room for dessert, that's for sure, because looking over there at the dessert fridge, they look fantastic. Stay tuned. Now, my favourite part of the meal has arrived, dessert, and I've gone for a typical Portuguese dessert, doce de maravilla or doce de casa, and basically we've got some biscuit which has been sort of shaved on top. We've also got cream, but maybe down the bottom there's something as well, I don't know. But when it comes to desserts, let's be honest about this, the Portuguese do them very, very well. Let's see. So, there's another layer in here as well, which is a biscuit layer, or a sponge layer, which has been soaked in coffee. So there's a coffee flavour coming through as well, sort of like tiramisu. And apart from the cream, down below, we've got custard. And it's a very, very, very good dessert, that's for sure. It's not overly sweet, it's just perfect. And for me, a fantastic way to end the meal today. So I'm just going to finish it off, ask for the bill, pay for the bill, and give my final thoughts on this restaurant experience. Stay tuned. So the bill has been paid. How much do you think I paid for the meal experience today? Remember, 3 people eating. We had starters, we had first courses, we had second courses, I had dessert, we had coffee as well, some drinks. How much do you think? Well, if you said around 60 euros, you would be spot on, because that is what I have paid today, 61 euros, if you can see it there at this restaurant here, 100 Medos or 100 Medos, which is a very, very good restaurant here in central Portugal. Breaking down the food, starting off with the cheese, no complaints whatsoever, a typical Portuguese cheese. It was a smooth cheese, a buttery cheese, but it was very, very flavoursome. Then we had the bolinhas, the alheira, which was the sausage type. I'm going to say sausage, but people will say in the comments that it's not a sausage. But anyway, that was very, very good. That was the standout of the meal for my son. 3 euros it cost, and I'm going to rate them 4.8 out of 5. Very, very flavoursome, very, very tasty. The soup again, here in Portugal, soup is good everywhere you go. And this one today was of a high quality, 4.6. And then came the cuttlefish, the grilled cuttlefish, €12.50. You can't beat that with the vegetables on the side of the plate, the potatoes and the broccoli. I'm going to rate that a 4.8. The dessert, also very, very good, 4.6. And the service in this restaurant, very, very friendly guy served us, 4.8 as well. And the general atmosphere, I'm going to give it a 4.8. So I'm going higher than the average on Google, which I think is around 4.6 for this place here. Your questions and comments, I would love to hear them in that section below. Is this a meal that you would enjoy? Let me know. Or would you order something different? Let us know also. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next one, hasta luego, até logo from Central Portugal.